today I'm the special guest. Yes. Oh, hello. Yes, I'm here. Yes. Oh,
I did
nice
start
to
the
meet you.
episode, yeah. Uh,
Nice to meet you. Who are you? Oh, you should have introduced me to start with.
I don't appreciate this.
I don't like the tone you're
I took the
taking.
time out. I took the time out my day to come down, come on to the show, and this is how you treat me. Don't
You
even
live
give me.
down in the southwest, and this took me a very long time to get here, to sit here with you.
That's like the fucking East Coast main line all the way down to London. Then you got to get cross country one as well.
The
Fuck.
Xanax Express.
Oh. Gladiator 2. Off
Shouldn't
air.
be a thing.
Yeah, you're right, because Gladiator 1, massively overrated.
Awful film. The only thing, it's a film about gladiators,
Yes.
which instills the idea of fighting. It's a film about soldiers, instills the idea of fighting. The only thing the quote you did, are you not entertained, just before we started, I only know that because of the Jay-Z song that it's sampled in.
Yeah.
The only thing of
Reasonable
Gladiator,
Doubt.
yeah, the only thing of Gladiator I can actually remember is a fella
Reasonable Doubt.
walking through grass and
Yeah.
touching grass. That's it. Just the reeds. Yeah, that's all I remember. I'm pretty sure one of the times I've tried to watch it when I was a lot younger, I fell asleep multiple times, and each time I opened my eyes, I'm pretty sure that's what I saw.
My name is Marcus Decimus Meridius. I'm the father of a dyslexic child, the husband of a ginger wife, and I will have my vengeance in this life or another one, although we don't actually believe in reincarnation, but I'll fucking come back and convert to whatever
sequel.
fucking religion I have to, so I can come back and fucking kill you again.
This time, Gladiator 2, Hindu. Hindu it properly this time.
Oh my fuck. Gladiator 2, seeking out the enemy.
Ladies and gentlemen, they seek him here, they seek him there. It's Maximus Aridius the Third.
Maximus Iridius. I'm a shy effects. Right, yeah, I'm with you. Gladiator, it's fucking not that great. And the thing is,
They're using it as a vehicle to just push new actors.
you reckon?
Yeah, because that
No, it's just another guarantee. It's just because they know Gladiator's massive that like it's a guaranteed sell, man.
a nostalgia wank for the audience.
A nostalgia wank for the Andrew Tate era.
Yeah,
Because they are the real fans of the Gladiator. Is it? I'm him. I also have a wife and son that were murdered by my enemies, and I don't just have a grievance with the man in the corner shop, and it makes it really awkward when I
they're
go in.
watching it thinking, "This is what I will do."
This
when
is
they
what I'm
come
like.
and kill my family and my wife, and they rape her in front of me, and then when they rape her in front of me again, and then when she seems like she's enjoying that more than she's ever enjoyed sex with me, and it no longer is rape, I'm gonna fight them. I'm gonna stop them. You know, it's a bit like that. That's how I think they would be watching it.
Yeah,
Because it's a horrible phrase to say, but a lot of it does seem like cook behaviour in that sort of group mentality. Do you not think?
yeah.
Where like the constant belief that people are travelling halfway round the world
Just to fuck your
fuck
lass.
the girl you like.
Yeah, I mean, to a
Mental.
degree, would you not feel special?
I imagine you would feel very special. Yeah.
If someone was like, mate, I've just come all the way over here with 100 of my men,
We're gonna run through your missus.
and I've come here
And
for the very
only your
specific purpose of booking you a lass,
Mm.
you'd be like, well, first off, nah, but secondly, I'm flattered. Like, I'm flattered. She's a bit of a burincher. I think she's a fine piece, but
No, that's not how they see women, though, is it? They see the woman as the object, so they'd be flattered that they think that you'd be bothered by it, if that makes sense. So they're not thinking, oh yeah, you think she's beautiful. They're thinking, oh yeah, you think that's gonna get to me? This is what you think you can do to get to me. It's all about them. It's not a.
I suppose. I'm on about me personally. I'm not on about them.
Oh, okay. Oh, fair enough.
They'd be like, you're taking, so have it. I'll prove I don't need that thing.
I've got 30 more in a warehouse. I
But then I
followed his
will.
rules exactly.
Then I will. Yeah. I've got them all setting up dropshipping courses, man.
I was a member of his university for years.
I am a Hustler alumni, I'll have you
School
know.
of Hard Knock Life, but Hustler alumni.
Lad, how many Facebook bios
That's
is
a
that?
second fucking Jay-Z quote as well there. From possibly the same album, we've had Reasonable Doubt and Hard Knock Life there. How many can we get in?
Jeez.
We'll have to develop some form of blueprint
Is
to
it
get all
reasonable?
these.
Oh.
So, yeah, we won't go any further. It was just a weird coincidence, I thought.
It was. You're right. I'm wondering. Yeah, I've sort of lost train of thought with. Well,
Gladiator is just a. I say it's just a vessel for the new actors. Like I say, new actors, like that fella who was in the meme with Nicolas Cage.
Oh
That's
right,
what I know him
yeah,
for.
Pedro.
And he's gonna be Pedro Pascal. He's gonna be Mr.
He's good in, though.
Fantastic, which is what he's probably gonna be remembered for if he does it well. And then he's ruined his career essentially. Make an awful lot of money, but not gonna be because he's not really gonna be remembered as the Mandalorian because he very rarely takes his mask off.
No, but he was really good in that film with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, he was. He was amazing as the dictator
Fantastic
guy.
in that.
Yeah,
Absolutely loved him in that film.
it was nice to see Nicolas Cage have someone on his level as well, like acting skill wise.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
someone who's as good as Nicolas Cage because I think he is one of the greatest actors ever.
I've said this multiple times,
Because-
mate. The man's much like if you'd like to listen to our fucking Patreon, please feel free to join it. Much like our Smart Schoolboy 9, he's an artistic savant.
Yeah, he's got his own style going,
Yeah,
his own thing.
and he's just typecast. That's his issue, and that's what when people say they hate him, it's just because they've seen him in stuff that he's been typecast as the stereotypical Nicolas Cage in.
But he performs differently in them.
Yeah.
That's what's mad about it. Like you can't watch Face Off and Con Air and think you're watching the same film.
Con
But
Air.
I suppose if you watched a couple other films he's done in between, National Treasure or something, you could imagine it's one character's progression to
I
insanity.
imagine there's got to be a correlation between his performances across the years and the purity of cocaine available in the United States of America. Because that
Yeah, I would
episode where
imagine
he's like
so.
comes out on telly on that fucking chat show, that late night show, and he's like got a leather jacket on that's popped. He's got the collar popped, and he just comes out going, "Whoa, yeah!" like doing cartwheels and shit like that, and doing gun fingers to the audience and stuff. And he sits down, and he's like, "Yeah, yeah, mate." He's clearly on fucking like buckets of bag.
But it's also a genius way to do an interview because if you're thinking, oh, I got a fucking... Because he does have a tumultuous relationship, let's say, with his wife. And that's one of the reasons he has had to do so many films because she got an awful lot of the money and somehow got some of the access to the contracts she gets an ongoing payment from
Love
my
that.
understanding of it.
Love that.
Yeah, she basically is pimp, it
Love
seems.
that.
Smashing
Smashing it. That's girl power.
Yeah. But that's a mint way to do an interview. Because if they're going to twist the interview anyway, edit it in a different way, and you just go out there and just do that, there's no way that they can edit that to make you look like you've said something you haven't or make you look like a bad guy. They can just make it look like this guy knows how to get press, which is great for a film.
Oh,
If you're
100%.
thinking, it's be like, that's why I don't understand why people don't hire Shia LaBeouf. There's a conspiracy. Why don't people hire Shia LaBeouf? He's mint at getting in the papers.
They do hire him. He's a very successful actor.
He's not in much now, though, is he really?
I think, yes, he is. I just think he's in films that he wants to be in rather than being in massive Hollywood blockbusters, like massive Hollywood blockbusters.
Oh, fair.
He
I
just doesn't
thought
do Transformers and that anymore.
Yeah.
He's having his arc where he goes and does like mad independent films and shit like that, I believe. He might even have his own shit going on.
A savant. Yet another savant, would you say?
A
Or do you
savant
think
that
he's
got
just a part of it?
a savant that got tortured by 4chan though, which will forever be funny. Do you know that crack about them finding his flag?
His flag? No, I don't know. No, go on.
Oh mate,
Introduce me.
You don't know about this.
I don't think so.
The-
I may get it a bit in. And maybe
So-
be like, oh,
Shia LaBeouf had like they have that camera set up in Dublin, that portal one that was going to New York.
yeah.
Well, there was a similar one before that I think Shia LaBeouf set up like a little portal thing, and I think that was also to like Dublin or somewhere like that. And there was obviously loads of shit with that, like people shouting 9/11 and that into it and stuff like that shit.
Which is what happened with the public one as well.
Yeah, no, this is the same sort of thing, I think. So, Shia LaBeouf, 4chan. I don't want to misquote this epic fucking.
That's okay.
He started live streaming like a flag, because he had a little portal going back and forth, and that fucked up. And he had this like he will not divide us like protest project about Donald Trump. That's where this all stemmed from. It was in relation to Trump.
Right. Whose Instagram at the minute is fucking incredible.
Off the chain, mate. He's got Taylor Swift t-shirts.
Worth a look.
He's got Taylor Swift t-shirts because Taylor Swift's backing Kamala. So he's ripped off her album cover and has just put him on it and is selling it as t-shirt. And
loads of AI generated images of him and cats.
Insane. Like whoever's in the marketing department for him, fucking unbelievable, man.
Pay them more.
Yeah, I bang on about advertising and like marketing all the time, being like people get paid thousands of pounds just to create the shit adverts we see and the shit marketing plans we see. And this motherfucker is, mate. Is he not? Are they not hitting every trend on the head?
His way to president.
It's insane. Like if it was my country, I'd be worried. But because it's not, and our country's just fucked in a different way, where we're not voting for like two complete fucking idiots. We have no choice but to vote for idiots that like to hold themselves together somewhat still and try and pretend they're not. Whereas over there, they're just like, here we are both absolutely off our lips. Back us, yeah?
We'll all say anything at all.
We'll say anything. We'll code switch. I'll preach to fucking any choir you want me to. Just fucking look, backers, man.
Please give us the airtime.
It's great to watch from afar.
I'm quite looking forward to. I'm hoping, if I remember, on the Truth Seeking Twitter, I'm gonna, when whoever gets elected. I might keep reposting it and writing underneath it on the Truth Seeking Twitter saying "Not my president."
Well, anyway, brilliant. I'm sure that'll garner us much attention, the sort of attention you'd want.
Yeah.
But back to LaBeouf and 4chan. Yes. So he started
back to LaBeouf,
back to Shire, back to LaBeouf again. The portal thing was panned out exactly as you would expect. So
just people showing their dicks and arseholes.
Just fucking bucking in front of it and doing smacking that and just being like, yes,
Shire's
man.
just sat there on the other end just being like,
yes,
this is
man.
mint. Clearly filming it on an old style camcorder that he nicked from Nickelodeon
I'll
or
come
whatever.
back to this later. I'll come back to this another time. No, but he started flying this flag, "We will not divide us." And then they found it, 4chan found it, because it was like they pointed out a skyline where it was, so he moved it, and then they managed to track it like in the middle of, it was like somewhere fucking in the middle of the countryside. There was no it was a webcam on it all the time, which is how you could tell it was flying, right?
Yeah.
And the webcam gave away no discernible like characteristics. Using flight paths and weather patterns,
that's mint.
They managed
it's like
to track,
don't feed the monkeys.
Yeah, they managed to track this flag. Now, at various stages, I can't remember which location they did what. They would swap and replace the flag with a flag of Keck, like the little Pepe. One of them, they attempted to use a drone to set fire with a flamethrower attached to it to set fire to the flag. That did cause a small fire somewhere, I believe, and I think that caused the end of the project, because basically by this point they were like, look, because he'd done it in America at like Liverpool, John Moores University in fucking Liverpool, so here. Then I think he'd flown it in France. It had gone to multiple countries, this thing.
Yeah.
And then at one point it was streaming from someone's bedroom, and they managed to track it from, again, like light patterns,
because it was
Mental.
just on a white background, to the point where someone went and proved it by shining a torch through the window and obviously come up on the stream, and you're like, this is fucking unreal.
That's terrifying though as well.
But that, if you Shia LaBeouf, is going to put a severe dint in your acting career, because you can be like, I don't want to fucking go anywhere. 4chan literally knows where I am all of the time.
Yeah, they're always watching me, peeping through little holes.
And they say autism's a disability, man. It's a superpower. Those fucking
It is,
mad
but
cunts.
it's speaking of what's probably autism, I've got a
We're
good
finally getting into it.
one. Oh, mate. So it's in my magazine that I get. So it feels like cheating a little bit, but it's so how long, in your opinion, how long would be too long to stalk someone for? And how
good
long
question.
is long enough where you're
Right,
like,
so
you're a member now of their family? Or
yeah, I was
whatever
going to say, you would
because there's definitely a line.
I would at some point you would expect it to, and I'm speaking as if I was like one myself, if of course, you'd want there to be some sort of progression after a while, wouldn't you? Like in any job, like you don't go to fucking.
Oh, definitely. If you're the stalker, you want progression. You don't want that if you're on the receiving end of it.
No. Well, you want progress in a different way. Like you want them to fucking
You want
stop.
someone else to sort of like to progress. Yeah, but not
like,
the stalker.
If you're a stalker, at some point you either, I mean, it depends on the sort of lunatic you are, but like I suppose in your head it's either you want to become part of the family, part of the picture,
Or you want to go on full on Kathy Bates.
or you want to take them out of the picture. Yeah. There's usually one of those two in it.
Yeah.
So like if say you haven't progressed to around that point after, I'll give you a 5-year plan.
Oh, going styling on
That's long, right?
it.
That's a good.
Yeah.
First year, you've never done this before. It's like
No.
any job. So you got like you learn
Keeping
the
your
ropes.
distance.
You learn learn the ropes, and even worse, unlike like most jobs, you got no one to shadow. Like,
Well, you do.
can't.
No, that's the whole point of it. You
True.
do have someone to shadow.
This is why I'd be shit.
See,
I've
that's-
already
that's
forgotten the target.
That's the main
I'm
objective.
really bad at stalking.
You are where they are.
Yeah, I suppose. But
And
yeah, you've
you
got
are learning from them.
you can't be an apprentice. Like
No,
there's
no,
no one to learn from.
No,
You can use media, but as we know, like
they
Hollywood
dramatise it and
glamorizes everything, so like you're not going to get the full experience there. It's not going to go as smoothly. You're obviously probably not going to be stalking like a fucking 10 out of 10 Hollywood actress neither.
No,
Maybe I'm wrong.
You've got to start. You've got to start small, and that's where this guy did that, and also didn't do that. He went for in his eyes, the 10 out of 10, but it just turns out he was wrong,
Well,
and wouldn't admit he was wrong.
if he's first year, I'd say you're brand new.
Yeah.
Second year,
Greenhorn,
you're still learning the ropes, but by now, you're all right. You're all right.
adept.
You could. I mean, you could probably navigate like most social situations without really being being some like drawing attention to yourself.
Yeah, you've learnt to buy a few different hats and a few different coats.
You're wearing a lot of trespass. Yeah, you're wearing a lot of stuff from Mallet Outdoors and like that sort of
I
shit.
imagine suits. Wearing a suit is a good thing to wear to stalk people because you
Depends where
blend
you
in
are.
in a way. I suppose if you're in the woods,
Yeah, if you're in Shepton
I'd
Mallet,
be very
maybe
suspicious.
maybe don't want a bloke just wearing a 3-piece or a tux in Shepton Mallet. But
Why?
if you're, it's like a fucking countryside, mate.
Oh,
If I see a bloke in a tux out there, I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? Is there a wedding?
Mm.
And if there's not a wedding and he's there all the time, then he's going to be literally the Shepton Mallet tux wearer. And that's a really
like
bad...
the Dorset Gimp or whatever.
yeah,
it was.
it's a really... Somerset Gimp.
The Somerset
How
Gimp.
dare you discredit him and say he's from Dorset.
One borough over.
But yeah, like after 2 years, I mean 3, 4 and 5 by now, if you haven't had access to their house,
You've had a sniff of their like something in their house. at
yeah,
that point.
yeah, you've been
You might
able
not
to.
have stolen anything. You might still be nervous.
You
And it's
haven't
not like you're not necessarily moving to BTK realms.
No, but you're just
at this
becoming
point, you want them
acquainted.
to notice you. Yeah,
You've been
yeah.
through various bins.
And you've been through quite a lot together.
You know their cycles. Yeah, you've actually. They don't know it, but you've consoled them through breakups, deaths, That time they didn't get promotion at work, which is ironic given it's coming to end of your 5 years and you still haven't fucking killed her or captured her yet.
Well, just to point, this was
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 a
man
bloke,
being
yeah, I know.
stalked. Not just for the listener, they don't.
Cut us
bit of,
into it then.
Professionalism. 50 years. He did it for.
That's a lifelong profession.
It is. He even went to prison for a while during that time, and he just carried on when he got out. And he went to prison for it as well, which is rare back when it happened. I can't remember what year he went to prison. I'm not just going to sit here and read the article, but
Well,
I
can
can't
do.
remember what year he went, or if it even said. But it's an odd thing to go to prison for as a man stalking another man who's done little to nothing of anything vicious.
So,
He was.
would you care to enlighten us on the stalkie's choice of
Okay.
vocation, and
So
maybe
it's-
the reasoning as to why they were being stalked by this committed man?
Oh, very committed. Some people don't look into real relationships as much as this.
Honestly,
So-
mate, I've not been alive. That would mean from even before I was born until now, I've never kept in contact with anyone for that long.
You've been. Well,
I
it means
fucked my
it
own
would
parents
mean-
off, man.
It would mean you've
And
been
I love them.
obsessed. Same. It would mean
You
you've
love
been
my
obsessed
pet. I mean,
with-
I'll tell her, but that's nice. But that's still strange.
He seems like a sound guy. He used to listen to me shows, and I think he's read me book. You said at one point,
Dave.
Dave. Yeah, I didn't want to say his name just in case.
Man,
I remember
Dave's
you
a-
said his name was Dave.
Dave's
I
a
remember you
legend
saying
on
he
the
was
way.
up on a ladder listening to me talking, and he had to get off because he was laughing. So Dave's in a little list in my head, like one
Is
of the
that
good
true?
ones.
Did I make that up?
You might have made it up. Who
No,
knows? It
I
made
just
me
can't
feel
remember
good,
I can't remember the last time he was up a ladder.
though. Oh, this was a few years ago. It's just in my head. Doesn't matter anyway. This guy, 1964.
He said
So-
he wasn't going to look it up, and he's looked it up.
No, I remember that bit. That's when he started. So the year's 1964. He's 15 years old. He's got on a bus, and someone's asked him, "Excuse me, lad, can I check your bus ticket, please?" Love at first sight. That's it. Done.
This is in.
That's it.
No one's ever shown that much interest in me before.
No one's ever stamped my card. Pop a little hole in it, do you? You want to prove that you were with me? You want evidence I exist? Yeah, that was it. The guy, weirdly, was called, I will look this bit, John Ray, the name of the
Two first
the
names,
victim.
can never trust that.
No, it's always dodgy. But what gets a bit dodgier, right, and where the conspiracy lies, is the fella who was doing the stalking, Kenneth Furnival, which...
I mean,
It's
that's
a
a fucking
made-up
storybook name, innit?
yeah, right?
Say that surname again.
Furnival. Like Carnival,
Furnival.
but with F-U-R-N at the start instead of C-A-R-N.
I don't like that at all.
No.
It
like the
sounds
name
like he
Kenneth,
wears.
though.
It
Kenneth's
sounds
a
like
good
he
name.
stinks of piss and wears a lot of tweed.
Well, he doesn't wear tweed, but he in this picture here, he's got a
pissy look about him.
a blue Berghaus coat on, and he looks like he might be having a little sly piss whilst they've took the picture. But he's outside of a charity for Save the Children, so I really hope he's not got his penis on.
I hope he's pissing on the kids on the donation bags that people have left outside.
This stuff always smells of piss. Just pissing on it. Just,
He's the reason why. Usually people do deliver those clothes clean, but for years he's been going up and down the country just pissing on donation bags.
that's why everyone thinks clothes in second-hand shops smell like dead people.
Yeah.
That'd be a mint little sideline, though, to do. Like, when he can't get his hands on John Ray, he's like, I'm just going to go in. I've got this bag of dead badges here. I'm just going to go and rub it on some of the clothes outside the local charity shops.
Whoa. A bag of dead badges.
Bag of dead badges. I
I've not
imagine there's
seen
gotta
that
be
many to fill a bag in my life, I don't think.
A full set. A full set of badges.
How would you even fucking accumulate such a thing?
I drive to Shepton Mallet.
Oh, is the Tuxman there, yeah?
Yeah.
The Tuxman, the
you don't
badger
even
boy.
Find them. Yeah, the badger beta. You don't even find them. He
That's
just
why
collects them for
that's
you.
why he's wearing a tux, because it's there. It looks like them.
He's disguised, yeah.
So
He used to have a job sorting out penguins, but he couldn't stand the weather as he got older. It was bad on his joints,
yeah,
so he had to move to the British countryside. Still
Oh.
cold, still miserable, but nowhere near as much snow and ice.
yeah. feels more at home with the badgers as well. Feels he can fucking.
He likes the threat of danger.
And he also likes the taste of roadkill.
Yeah.
Because I reckon I've seen 3 live badgers in my life, tops.
I think I've seen 2. There's actually, right, this is going to sound mental, and you're just going to say you were probably on drugs or drunk, which I'm pretty sure probably both. But I think I once saw a giant anteater in the wild. In UK, in England, near my mum's house. Because it scared the shit out of me.
Did you not just see one of them like Afghan hounds?
No, it was on its own. There was no person. It looked like a giant anteater. It had the snout of one. It had the tail, the long tail with the sort of fucking dangly fur on it. It scraped its claws across the ground as it walked, like across the tarmac of the road. I was just stood still, frozen, staring at it, thinking, I do not get what that is. It looks like an anteater, but why would that be here? And I was just staring, just watching it, and it turned and it didn't look at me. It was like it was just checking, like to make sure it was sort of safe. And then it went through the gap in between the wooden fence and the stone part of the bridge. Never saw it afterwards. Never saw it before. Never heard anyone local to there talk about anything that looked like that. But I fucking confident that's what I saw. Because it couldn't have been a badger. It was way too big to be a badger.
Mate, there's a massive difference between an anteater and a badger as well.
Yeah. A huge
I'd say
difference.
I'd say an anteater. There are breeds of dog that would look closer to an anteater than any badger.
Yeah. But a dog doesn't look like an anteater. Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't, does it? It doesn't have like a traffic cone for a head. A grey traffic cone for a head. Now, it was dark. There's no street lights there. It was lit by the moon. Like I say, I wasn't sober. But I wasn't on anything that would make me hallucinate a giant anteater in the road.
I'm not going to say you're wrong.
It's my experience.
I am, and each is entitled to their own, and no one can say that the others is true or not, and no one can say that one person is telling falsehoods.
I'm not making it up.
I genuinely believe you're not making it up. All I would say is, I don't think there are that many privately owned anteaters.
I don't think there are. That's why it was such a surprise. But I did live near to the airport.
What, you reckon one just got a fucking flight in?
Yeah, held onto the bottom of the plane or got cupped in the wheel or something. Ended up on the runway, scooting back out and was like, fucking hell, better start heading west back to home. Well, east, I don't know where they come from. I imagine Africa, going east. But it was, what the weird thing was though, if it was an animal, it was following the river. But to get to the river there, it could have gone in the water, but it didn't. The River Bolling didn't do it. It had to come up from the field and cross the bridge to continue following the river. So whatever it was, must have been following the river.
Or it knows its path and it's been there before.
Maybe, yeah, like a badger. Badgers go over the same paths, but this would have been like an alpha badger. Like you have alpha death claws, and it's bigger than the rest.
Yeah.
This
legendary badger.
Yeah, this would be a legendary badger.
Legendary badger.
You're making a special hat out of this one.
You got to take it to the trapper in Red Dead Redemption 2, and he'll sort you out with a nice pair of wolfskin pants.
Yeah, he's like, I've been looking for this for years. Here's a coat made out of an elk.
It's the old Dorset badger. I'm just. Is there a zoo near you, or a safari park, or any sort of petting facility?
Nothing like that.
Then, mate, I can't.
A farm with sheep. Definitely not a sheep.
You reckon he could be keeping rogue anteaters?
He could have been. This was longer than a sheep.
Are they an effective form of pest control?
I imagine they're good at keeping ants down.
Yeah.
Unless they learn to farm the ants, because they're like, this is stupid. Why am I going looking for them? Let's just build a couple ant mounds here.
This is true. What you reckon? What if
The farmer was teaching agriculture to the anteater.
I was about to say that. What if we were about to have a massive breakthrough in, like how they reckon monkeys have reached, how they reckon how monkeys have reached like the Bronze Age.
Oh, we've gone a different way. Go on, yeah.
What if this is going to cause like a massive, like when the Industrial Revolution hit humanity? Well, it didn't hit us. We caused it or created it or started it.
Took part in.
What if this facilitated? What if this
participated?
I've had enough now. What if this? What if? What if this causes a massive evolutionary step for the anteater?
I don't think anyone would have seen that coming. I don't think any anthropologist or scientist was ever thinking the one we need to watch out for, mate, is the anteater, the giant anteater.
They're one of the ones
they're
that
going to
can
start
actually
farming termites and ants, and before we know it, we're all going to be eating insects. They've had the claw in China now for quite a while in Chinese markets. They've also been at the leg there and head there, and but we've closed a lot of those markets down now. And they've had to escape the exodus, the great anteater exodus, clinging onto the bottom of planes they were, and they just end up in rural parts of different countries, starting their own little ant farms, and slowly but surely invading the local community.
And just some of them are known to like scuttle about at night and just terrify the local residents.
Yeah, just scare the local stoner.
And then I suppose the ultimate goal would be that one day they basically have a populace great enough to go back to China and get revenge
on the people that were selling them at the
a bit
markets.
Like Planet of the Apes, yeah.
Yeah, Planet of the Anteaters though is a bit of a hefty title. The poster would be too long, too big.
I'd watch fuck out of it though.
Anteater World. Ant Hill.
That's already
I don't know.
That's already a thing.
Hill.
Wasn't Ant Hill like a series of murders?
I don't know.
I'm pretty certain. However,
they could call it Tongue in the Hole, and it's like the poster for it is an ant terrified, like a human's face scared, and this huge tongue just behind, coming out for darkness.
Yeah, whatever you say, Jack. Yeah. Whatever you say. I'm currently at a place in my head where I'm seeing anteaters in lab coats. I'm seeing them carrying out nuclear missile testing.
Dressed in tuxedos, selling badges.
I'm seeing anteaters form an alliance with. Well, obviously they're going to ultimately want to attack China. So I'm seeing anteaters quietly providing diplomatic and financial support to Taiwan, to Tibet, Japan,
that would be...
and as we all know, one of the and it's the reason I won't go to Japan. The sole reason. I'm not scared of samurai. Don't have an issue with them at all. Not an anime or a hentai fan, but each to their own. I would like to have some nice yakitori and some nice food. But I won't go because of the Japanese bullet ant.
Oh, I thought you was going to say because of the Japanese people.
No, they just don't want me to go because they're a highly racist nation. That's why I want to go. No.
Teach me, oh master.
Going to learn from the best. No, the reason I won't go is the Japanese bullet ant, and obviously anteaters, big fucking thing they've offered the Japanese is like, look, we will rid your country of the most painful thing that exists here. No, it's not the fact that you all work 72-hour weeks, or that
China is so close to you.
Yeah,
that they can just come here on holiday.
They could literally, if they wanted, just throw 2 million of their people from catapults at your country and flatten it. If they really wanted to, with their disregard for life, they could probably sink it in TMU packages. They could probably just dump like the infinite amount of TMU packages that exist just onto Japan and then slowly watch it sink into the ground, into the sea.
They could push containers off the freight ships nearby to make waves.
To make tidal waves.
Just to
that
tease
is how
them.
China will win a world war. It'll be via like all the attacks will become via
Shipping.
freight. Yeah. We've actually I can't do the Chinese accent. It always goes
The shipping
Japanese
wars.
instead. They just start creating islands of fucking like DH gate for like packages of fake Gucci trackies and that. Just we've built.
Graham paper bags.
They have built an island off of the coast of the coast of Japan. It's a great island of package of the Temu. And then they'll
The Temu Wars, mate. The Temu Wars.
And yet again, the Temu wins. The Temu always wins. But obviously, as part of the ways to strengthen diplomatic ties with Japan, they've promised to wipe out the bullet ant. But as we all know, their whole evolutionary jump came from farming ants. So what they'll actually do is
Capture them all.
Yeah, they'll eat
round them
some.
all up into camps.
I imagine a bullet ant is like a chili to an anteater. Like it's got
Addictive.
a bite to it. Yeah, a bite to it,
Yeah.
but it gets you a little bit high when you get past the pain.
Oh, so they're going to use it to placate the countries that they've annexed
Well,
and
no,
taken over.
some of them might use it for pleasure, but they'll also weaponize them to use against humans, obviously, because we don't like eating them shits. Them shits hurt.
Yeah, but you could just release them as well. You wouldn't even have
That's
to
what I
force
mean.
feed
Yeah,
them
so
to
that's
us.
what they'll do to the Chinese. They'll
That
slowly
would show the
build.
anteater had really misunderstood their enemy. They're like, what we're going to do is we're going to force them to eat these ants that we struggle to digest.
Yeah.
Like, they really hurt when they bite you, but we're going to feed them to them.
We're going to take all their legs off so they can't walk, and then we're going to make them eat them. I reckon that's what's going through my head now is an eventual, essentially like a peace treaty across the east or the southeast of Asia, between many countries who have ants in abounds.
Savants.
Savants, and then basically mainland China. And then we'll obviously have people like Iran and Russia will back China. I don't know if Iran has ants. Do you reckon Iran has? There's a lot of sand.
I reckon a lot of places have ants.
Yeah.
I reckon it's quite a fair assumption that places
Where
can
do you
have
reckon
ants.
doesn't have ants?
Antarctica.
Apart
That's
from
why
the
they put it in
obvious.
the name,
Yeah.
just to make people think there's loads of them there.
You went to the wrong one. It's like penguins. You got to go to the Arctic for that. Duh.
Yeah.
Duh. And then you go to the Arctic and there's no art there. They're like, what?
No lorries to be seen.
Oh, fucking it's just vans up here, lad. White vans. Again, listen, join the Patreon to hear the somewhat relevance of white vans.
Join the Patreon for some nonce chat.
Yeah, join it for a
Quite
private
a lot
nonce.
of nonce chat.
One-on-one.
Private noncing.
Private one-on-one nonce chat. It's like your very own little chat room that you've made for yourself with the paedophile hunters. You and Chris Hansen. Well, no, more than likely you and some bloke, 2 or 3 blokes from Middlesbrough, who once probably were criminals themselves, but now what they do is they get their cameras out and they set up people and portray them as paedophiles and then mock them on Facebook Live, and probably damages the chance of ever getting a conviction.
So they can verbally assault them.
Yes. It's cool, that. Back to Mr. Stalker.
Yes. So
Sorry, I'd really got
it's
us
fine,
delayed with
it's
anteaters.
okay. No, it's not as big of a story as what would fill an hour, so all that ant talk was perfect for the show. I like that you like me saying stuff like that more than like jokes and bits, just breaking the show up. Kenneth, he got his ticket punched.
He
was
wanted
like,
his ticket punched.
Oh well. What he thought, he met John Ray, and he saw this and he went, "You're Johnny Ray." The guy didn't have a clue what he was on about. They'd never met before. Turns out Kenneth thought that John Ray was the very, very clever alias of a well-known singer at the time called Johnny Ray. And he thought he was living a secret double life as a bus conductor.
driver. As a bus conductor.
Yeah. And
Is
he
that the
was,
one who just goes around the bus?
"Tickets, please.
So,
Tickets, please. Put your penis away and show me your tickets."
how
one
often
of
did that
them.
happen to you, Jack?
Oh, fucking... Well, once I started not getting it out, it happened less.
We used to have a.
I mean, initially there was a bit of muscle memory in them when they'd see me on there. They'd point at me going, "Penis away, please." I'd be like,
And you'd be like,
"Not even out today."
"Whoa."
Whoa, I've learnt my lesson. 3/4 appearances is enough for me.
I can't pay these fines anymore. It's costing a lot. I can't actually afford trousers with zips now, so I can't pull it out.
They've just introduced the tram into Stockport, so you won't be dealing with me any longer.
We had a. I don't know if she was a. I don't know if you can call her a conductor, because when it was school buses, it was more of an inspector or whatever.
Someone to make sure people don't kill each other on the bus.
Yeah. But what we used to do when it was raining, because we fucking hated this bitch. She was though. She ruled with an iron fist, which in hindsight you had to, given our school bus. It was like fucking Mogadishu.
I used to have a bus driver that used to give me sweets if I spoke to him.
Mate, this thing was like a war zone all of the time. There were multiple groups of people that didn't like each other. There were there were unwritten sections. It was sectioned off the bus, and you didn't know it. You couldn't see the boundaries, but you knew they were there.
Yeah, you knew not to sit in certain places.
Like I smoked buckets on the way to school, so I was on the back up top, because all the bucket smokers, you have the bus window open at the back, pulling buckets, little bottle pipes on the way to work, on the way to school, blow them out the back window. Job's a good one. That was our section. But when it rained, she would stand at the bottom of the stairs, right? And obviously this is early 2000s. It's peak hair gel usage.
Oh.
At a high.
Spikes. Tips.
I had tips, mate. I had tips, and I wouldn't gel it spiked up though.
Oh.
I would just let it fluff out, so it was almost like leopard print.
I had a mate who had that sort of hairstyle when we was about 6, started with it, kept it till we was at least 19.
Good lad.
he found it and he was like, "This is me."
Honestly, mate, if I could, if I didn't have like the bit of thinning out that made us like just shave all my hair off in a mad reaction, that I'm now like, I kind of like it, so I'm keeping it. I would get tips again.
Oh.
Just to be a daft cunt.
Lost the Mike Skinner trim because you started to go a bit thin.
I
always wondered. I thought it was because of the fight in me.
No, I saw it wasn't even bald, mate. I saw the tiniest bit of thinning out that I could just see a little bit of skin one day when I looked in the mirror and went, "Nah, that's it. I'm doing it on my terms, not yours."
Yeah, that's what I've thought I'll always do. If I start to see it, I'll be like, I'm going to just shave it all off.
So we would have everyone would have heavily gelled hair. And what we would do is, if it was raining, she'd stand at the bottom of the stairs, and we'd like just push the gel from like the back of your head to the front, so it dripped off, and then it dripped down her back because it just looked like cum. And then like then when you get off the bus, she'd just have like a coat would just be covered in cum that would also like obviously gel, but it was dead sticky as well, and we'd get off really happy with ourselves. So I wasn't stalking my conductor, but I was
sexually
harassing her.
Roundabout way.
Yeah, but I was a kid and she was a bitch, so it's cool.
Yeah, which means that you could twist it with modern parlance now to make it that she somehow sexually harassed you.
I won't even go that far. I'll just tell you, she's a bitch.
Oh, okay. You don't want to disparage her too much.
She used to shout way above her pay grade.
Oh. I remember we had this lunatic on our school bus for years.
Was it you?
No, I was actually very calm on the bus. I
imagine so, mate. It's social situation. There's far too many people there for you. You can't navigate that.
I don't know what's going on in it. No. I just sort of sat there overstimulated, just
staring out the window,
making weird jokes at people to try and ease the tension that no one else is feeling.
No. And everyone else is looking at you going...
dicks on the window, constantly drawing dicks on the school bus window up until the age of 16, and I left.
I still do that now.
Do you?
I will still draw dicks on stuff, man.
That's good. It's nice to hold on to
any opportunity to do like some childish shit like that. But because the payoff with me, it's that you're never even going to see the fruits of your labour there.
Because when it gets cold next.
I'm gonna because no, not on Windows. I mean anywhere. Like I'll write it in books, but I'll do it like fucking 100 pages into the book or something. I'm never gonna see the person who gets to open that. But
was you ever suspicious of school textbooks? Because all the time you're at school, you'd only use about 25 of the pages.
Oh,
there'd be a whole book of it.
No, I used to read. Mate, come on. I used to read through all that shit.
Did you?
Yeah, of course.
I never did. I just did whatever we was told to in the lesson. I always thought, this is weird. Why aren't these books an awful lot thinner?
So you were suspicious, but not to the point where you thought I'll find out.
No.
This is where we differ, mate. Because
my suspicions would get me in trouble at school. I distinctly remember times where, like, a teacher said, "Does anybody have any questions? Any questions at all? Anything anyone's curious about?" And I stuck my hand up and said, "Do you think it would be possible if you took out the water function of a washing machine using the heat it makes and you plug up the holes, could you make it make bread?" I got told off for that.
Yes,
punished.
I reckon.
I think I got a detention.
I reckon you could.
I think you probably
It's
could.
just a
But I
giant
just
stand
wanted to
mixer.
Yeah, I just wanted, to say yes or no, and I would have been very happy, but she bollocked me, turned a few of the people in the class against me, who were like, "You're not funny, why do you think you're funny?" And I didn't know that I was trying to be funny. I just heard, "Do you have any questions?" And I was like, "I was thinking about this." Yeah.
I think that's quite
So it's
unfair.
the different curiosities.
I'd go as far as to say,
suspicions.
you, hear me out, you don't even disconnect the water, right?
Mm.
You fill it with seafood and
Right.
seasonings,
Oh,
and
you could put the seasonings in the bit where you put the washing detergent. in the
I
drawer.
would probably, now this is because I'm going to do a little bit of cooking tech with you now.
Oh.
You want
Jimmy's
your
cooking
spices.
corner.
You want your spices in like sort of at the start, or at least most of them. You want your finishing spices at the end, yeah. So, and you want your things like, well, I'll get into it. You want to put your spices in with your main part of your seafood and like your veg. We're going for a seafood boil here.
Okay.
Then in your top drawers, like things like your any sort of vinegars or little like Worcester sauce or soy sauce, any sort of things like that.
Sesame oil.
Yeah, well, that's more of a finisher. But
Is
I
it?
mean, like, yeah. You
Oh.
dribble just a little bit at the end. You can use a bit at the start, but better as a finisher. You have those bits going in the drawer first. Things like lime, lemon lasts a bit longer, but lime and fruit juices, usually or citric juices, they lose their flavour quickly in heat. So you got to put them in at the end. And your herbs go in right at the end, like dry, like
And they
fresh
destroy
herbs.
your pans and stuff as well. Cooking lemons up and stuff.
You
I found.
you can strip. Well, yeah, if you don't use Teflon for that shit, lad. Never use Teflon for. In fact, if you can stay away from Teflon in I don't know
Cast
how
iron.
in this age we still use Teflon, given how dangerous it is.
It's dangerous.
It's cancerous as fuck, lad.
Is it?
Oh, so
I never
cancer-
knew this.
No, right, so it's cancerous as fuck, and if it starts to break, if the coating starts to break, that already means there's flex going in your food, which means it's fucking worse, right? So the reason you're never meant to use anything other than wood in them because everything else chips it. But Teflon, after a certain point, heat-wise, will also start to degrade and break down. So the thing that you're using to heat things breaks down with heat.
Do you not think it's suspicious as well that people managed to live for so long before discovering fire? Like, how were they cooking stuff?
How do you know they were living for so long?
Well, they
Oh,
must
do you
have been
just mean
alive
like-
for some. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Like they were eating fruit and veg and they were eating meat or whatever without fire, clearly. No
Yeah,
one
but
developed
because-
fire first and then went, "Oh, we'll start cooking the meat."
No, they didn't. You're
Oh,
right.
now that we've got fire, we'll kill the elephant.
But I imagine, but people were probably dying a lot quicker, and food wasn't lasting for as long. So you got to think food. I mean, cooking it kills infection, but it can also like preserve the food for a bit longer. That's the reason we cook it, innit?
That's the reason we do it now.
But even
It'd
then,
be good to be able to go back in time.
why do you
though,
think
and
we
just
did it
lie
then? Just
to
because we
them
were
and-
like, "Oh, that's fire. That
to
looks
show
cool.
off.
Let's just
Yeah, I like how
shoot."
it looks when things burn. Oh, that
Oh,
smells nice
imagine-
when you burn that
hang on.
plastic there. That smells nice.
Imagine being the first. Your mate's just like fucking trying to chirp some prehistoric bird, like with he's caught a gazelle, and he's just carved it up.
No,
Hang
he's
on,
not doing that.
hey,
on,
he's
go on,
carved
go
up the gazelle, and he's fucking just care for a fresh piece of flesh. I've just torn it off the rib cage myself, and then as she's about to tuck in, there's just smoke trails come up round the corner, and like her nose perks up like. That smells delightful. What's
There's
that?
a drum beat from the distance.
Do, 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 do.
What's
The-
that? What?
Everyone
smell?
starts
What
flocking
smell?
round. Everyone's flocking round, and here's fucking Tommy with his gazelle, but he's just
Spit
lopped.
roasting it
He's
over the
lopped.
fire.
He's no, they've not got that far
He's
yet.
made
That is-
gears and everything.
You've got
All in
hundreds of
one
years
day.
to come to that. Yeah, he's actually got a little egg grill, and he has the whole barbecue grill.
I've made a George Foreman.
This is a sous vide. I've actually got a sous vide machine. We're gonna do sea bass. I've got it cooking at 20 degrees for like 48 hours, lads. This is gonna be banging. No, but you just go around the corner and he's just chopped a side off his gazelle, lopped it on fire, and is just staring at it with what I imagine. He doesn't have a beer, but he has
a
like
crazed out look in his eye.
just a bucket of rotten fruit that he's drinking out of. It's rudimentary wine. He's just like,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
this is me, bro. I'm living. And then
And you're dead. And he's not doing it to eat it. He's not doing it to improve the flavour, texture. He's just asserting his dominance over the gazelle.
he knows. Even
I've
then,
killed you, and I'm now destroying you.
even though like he's the first to do it, but he has, like the feeling we have whenever you cook something on fire, you're like, this is how fucking they used to do it before time.
He's doing it.
He's having the
thinking,
reverse.
I'm like a primeval man.
No,
he's
he's
doing
the-
it himself.
He's the reverse. He's gonna be like,
I'm the
people
man
are
of the
gonna
future.
fucking love this shit. People are
gonna
gonna
remember me.
fucking love this shit. People are gonna think about me when they do this shit.
I like the idea though. He comes up with all these ideas that advance humanity, but he only unveils them when his mate's about to get his end away.
Oh yeah,
So there's another. They've
The
took
club.
down a mammoth together.
the club.
yeah.
He's invented the club.
Yeah, yeah. He's like they've took down a mammoth together, and he's showing his hands, being like, "I beat this. Look at the state. Look at the cuts and bruises on my knuckles. Look at that open wound. That's from mammoth hair." And she's like, "Oh, very nice. I like this." Like that. Yeah, yeah. And then the guy across the way has just got a club covered in blood, and he's like, "Look at my hands.
Could still
Now look
finger
at
you with
this.
these.
I can put these in you still. These can go in your bumhole, and I won't die." And then a week later, he's there going, I've got a bit more gazelle flesh for you. And she's like, "Oh, go on then," because he's obviously the better looking guy, because that's how he keeps getting the women over.
Yeah.
And then this fella doesn't even say anything. He just slowly rolls a wheel through and just stares at her the whole time in the eye as he rolls this massive wheel past.
She's like, I don't know what that is, but it looks so important.
Look how smooth it moves. The capabilities of this are endless. The possibilities.
I like how she's the one that actually realizes the significance of all
she
these.
invented language.
Yeah, she's the one who recognizes the significance, and he's just out there creating it that he doesn't know what he's creating.
Yeah.
But she recognizes what he
He's
is,
just doing it to annoy him.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
This is weird. This'll do his head in this.
and she's like, yeah, "You don't know how powerful that thing's gonna be, mate."
Yeah,
Like,
can you
that's-
make another 3 of them? I've got a fantastic idea.
In fact, just one. But can you make it loads bigger? Because I'm gonna make the maddest form of transport you've ever seen.
No, see, and she's drawing pictograms. We live at the top of this mountain. The bad guys live here. Can you make one of these 10 times bigger? And we push big scary circle down the hill.
I like it. Mr. Stalker Man.
Mr. Stalker Man. So I think this is more evidence of
Lovely
people not being
segue.
existing, right? I think
Not
it's
being
much more
existing.
evidence. Yeah. So it's less people in the world. It's the human masks. It's the life actors. Evidence of that. And this is
It's
this
the game
John
loading.
Ray.
To get the game loading, depending on which part of your game you're at.
Yeah, it's using similar NPCs, similar textures, kind of thing.
Okay.
But one of the things he used to do was he used to get Johnny Ray's CDs and VHSs, and I think DVDs later, and send them to John Ray in the post.
To be autographed, or
Just
to be like, "This is you, mate."
These are you. I've bought these of you. I support you. And I support you so much that I regularly follow you when you go on holiday and watch you from across the beach. Did that a lot, the guy.
Did this? I'm guessing this bloke knew. I'm guessing John knew.
He did eventually, yeah. John knew, Johnny Boy, as he's known by his fan. So I want to find this little. He was calling him Johnny Rape, complimenting him on his blonde hair and blue eyes, and asking for signed pictures of him dressed in a blue pullover. Kept asking him for that.
Would you not just do it?
You would think,
in
wouldn't you?
50 years, you'd have thought at one point, "Fuck it, mate,
just for Christmas. You
gives
find
the
out the
fucking
guy's
jumper."
mum's died or something, and you think, all right, go on then.
Oh, all right, sound.
Yeah, he's having a tough time. And imagine if you didn't see him. He's followed you for 30 years. You go somewhere, you're like, oh, it's a big event. My kid's graduating from uni. Fucking Kenneth's going to be there. Everyone be
He
careful
doesn't
of Kenneth.
show.
Yeah, he doesn't show up. He shows a bit of respect. And you're like, oh, I hope he's okay. And he ruins the day for everybody because he's not there.
You're like, you didn't even turn up to my daughter's graduation.
Yeah, because
Kenneth.
John's obsessed with him at this point.
You were there when I went to Mallorca for 3 days on a stag do, but not my daughter's graduation. What the fuck, Kenneth?
Well, apparently, John had to kept all of his life, kept his kids inside, wouldn't let them play out because they were worried what Kenneth might do. But it doesn't seem like he was all that interested in the kids, Kenneth, not at all. He wasn't one of them.
Which is
He's
mad
just...
with a name like Kenneth Furnival.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
screams, there's a picture of
super
me in the
villain
paper
name.
saying I'm not allowed
There is
near
a picture
schools.
of him in the paper. Not saying he's not allowed near schools, but he's a bit of a card. So it's a message. Once I'll find this quote, I've marked it. Eventually, he sent Ray a Christmas card containing a message saying, "In 2023, I will burn £100. In 2024, I will burn £200. In 2025, I'll burn £300. And I will stick it down your letterbox until it gets to £1,000. Money is no good to me unless I can buy photos of you, John Ray."
Mate, that's a fucking sound lad. That's a really sound lad.
But it's terrifying because they moved house multiple times and he kept finding where they were moving to. He knew a lot about them. They didn't know who he was, where he was from, not really knew what he looked like. They just knew him by name for a while. He says, I could have passed the time of day with him and not even known, which is crazy. But apparently it's very rare for someone to be able to effectively harass someone or even harass someone, let alone stalk them for 50 years.
I would dare say that's maybe a 1 in a million case.
Yeah, I imagine it's very, very rare. It's fucking... It's a mad thing as well because it doesn't seem to have ever escalated. Going off this short thing I've read here, I mean, it escalated for the Rays. They had to change their name and try and leave the area and they kept finding them.
I dare say that
he
is
was
an
obsessed.
escalation, yes, mate, yeah.
But it's not a severe escalation. Do you know what I mean? It's scary, yeah. It would be terrifying. I would hope to fuck that none of my, quote, fans ever do out like this. But I'm also not a bus conductor. And you know how autistic people can be over transport.
Over buses, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got to imagine, yeah, they don't tell you about that when you
But I
go
don't
for
know if he
jobs.
is autistic, though, to be fair.
But they don't tell you for that when you go for jobs in transport. They don't warn you that, like, you may become the fixation of
A couple undercover operatives.
a couple of undercover operatives at some point in your career. They're destined to have. They are determined to have the life that you lead, and like,
Yeah.
if you're not living it how they deem fit for the train, they're gonna want revenge.
Yeah, they're going to want that
For the
train to have the
train.
best life it could have.
Yeah, if they're seeing this thing at every station, if they're at Doncaster station 6 times a week to track this one diesel freight train, and they see that like there's a few times it's just a little bit sooty, it's a little bit dusty and dirty, and I don't know, some of those gears just sound like they haven't been oiled well, and like things aren't turning like they used to. You will find yourself covered in drool at the bottom of like some sort of pit that they know of because they've studied in depth, and it's probably some sort of Victorian coal pit where they used to get coal for steam trains.
Coal hole.
A coal hole. That says it's known, mate, yes.
Yeah, that's what they used to call mines back before they had the word for it. Before they knew whose it was, they'd call it a coal hole.
Fantastic, Jack. Fantastic. That was too awful.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
What did this bloke do for a living?
Yeah, I don't know what he ended up doing as he got older. He was, I don't know, I can't imagine he always worked as a bus conductor because that didn't
No, no, no,
exist for
no,
quite a
no,
while. Oh, the
no.
other fella.
Yeah.
Oh, he, I don't think it actually said. I don't remember it saying. Um,
State
you know that
sponsored.
money's. That's what I was thinking.
State
I've wrote it down.
sponsored.
It's an undercover operative. He's been properly trained, hasn't he, on how to stalk a person. Clearly, he knew what he was doing.
He is definitely learning the art of covert recon.
Or it's an experiment to see if we do this, can we make people on public transport nervous? And then someone came up with the brainwave of going, what about we just leave a bag with nothing in it and tell everyone could be a bomb in there? What's in the
Well,
bag?
I think London's got it right in that they make, and this might happen in Manchester too. But I just know it doesn't happen in the northeast. You have to get off the back of the bus, so you never walk
No,
past the driver, which
no, I
first
never
off
saw that.
I feel is very impersonal.
Yeah, it's
As a
weird.
northerner, not thanking the driver is strange, but as a passenger on public transport, you also agree that shouting across at a bus from the back to the front to thank the driver is both rude and just a bit fucking
Yeah, everyone
strange too.
thinks you're mental.
Bye, driver. Which I have
Yeah,
done
yeah.
I've done once, and I was like, I'm never doing that again. Because
No.
even though I know that he's received my thanks, now
He's
everyone's
worried.
like, "What's this daft cunt doing shouting over us all?" We're all trying to have very loud conversations on the phone with people.
You've just reminded me of something I used to do on the school bus.
Don't
Uh,
talk about it.
No, I will. It's good. I used to enjoy. I went through a phase of when I was getting off the bus because we got a lot of different drivers, especially after that one that threw handfuls of coins at my face. They
Oh,
kept
yeah.
changing them
You
after that.
told about that.
Yeah, yeah. But I went through this phase of just before I got off the bus, I'd look at the driver, look away, then look at them again and sort of frown and be like, has anyone ever told you that you look a little bit like a young Jim Bowen? Like that at them. And no one ever took that as a compliment. None of them.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I just thought it was a mint thing to say because no one said that to them before. And I would leave. I wouldn't do it every day. I would leave it for a bit so that I knew they're not be able to say this to each other, and I would just every now and then throw it out there for one of the different drivers and just mention it to them. And then if I had them again, if I could remember the face, I would be like, "Oh, cheers, Jim," like that as I'm getting off the bus, just to really try and drive it home because I thought that's gonna be memorable to them.
I imagine they did talk about you, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. That cunt you nearly blinded a couple of years ago. I can fucking see why.
Yeah,
an
he's
arsehole.
fucking weird, man.
He's very unsettling. I'm glad my kids don't go to his school.
50 odd years, mate. What a commitment.
I know.
I'm guessing, did it stop because one of them died?
I think it's. I don't think he's dead. I'm pretty sure he's not dead.
I mean, after 50 odd years, you'd want to know why it stopped all of a sudden.
50. Wait. I can find a little quote. An indefinite restraining order. They found a framed picture of Ray on Furnival's wall, taken covertly 35 years before, and this led to a prosecution for stalking, another jail sentence for Furnival, and an indefinite restraining order preventing him contacting the Rays, 60 years after he first conceived of his passion for John Ray.
So
Because of the letter of saying that he wanted he wanted to buy photos. The quote I read before about leaving a grand burnt in his mailbox.
yes.
As a direct response to that, this led the police to searching Furnival's house as they feared he was planning an arson attack, and that's where they found the framed picture of John Ray.
Brilliant work.
But
Commitment.
that took 50 years for
That's
the police to
something-
do something about it.
That's something that I will never be able to do. So I'm not going to make it to past 80. No chance. And I've not even been doing anything long enough already that's that
To
committed.
be able to do it for 50 years.
Yeah. So I can't say anything about this bloke because he's a greater person than I am.
You got dedication. You got drive.
He's
commitment.
got drive, commitment, dedication, even without an ultimate goal. Apart from
he wants the photograph. He wants the
But-
photograph of
yeah,
him. He
yeah.
wants to be able to buy a picture of this gentleman
In a
whilst
blue
he's wearing
pullover.
a blue pullover. Yeah, and he's wearing a blue coat in the picture. Who I assume is the fella. Yeah, Kenneth is the guy in the picture here. Convinced. Oh, this happened, I think, in Runcorn.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
I mean, it's course, of course.
all the stuff.
There's a
coming
lot
out
of
the
public
plant
access.
there.
There's a lot of public transport and access in Runcorn as well.
A lot of chemicals in the air as well.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. But yeah, mate, we can't really mock this bloke because he's better than both of us. Unless you stay doing taxidermy for 40 plus more years,
Yeah, another 42 years.
which you might.
I could. Oh, it's going to be very difficult to do anything else.
Yeah.
I
mean,
can't get a proper job.
Yeah, I'm finding it very difficult to do that as well. If unless you do that, and if you do that, fair play. Neither of us are any ever going to amount to him,
No, we'll never be to his standard.
and this podcast certainly never will be.
Well, it could go on for 50 years. I think we'll both be very depressed if it does. I think these conversations would be very strange.
Either that or they get better.
50 years, it would be a good way to
As
improve.
the Alzheimer's and everything else kicks in.
And it's just the same episode every week, but in
We
slightly
just
different
do-
orders.
Yes.
That
we
would be amazing.
Comes a point where we just start doing episode 1 again. Until then, we'll be
The
back.
reboot.
We'll be back next week with another one.
Yeah, and join the Patreon.
Alright, do that. Do the stuff where we get money. We did a double feature this week.
Yeah, you got a two-parter.
And
They're not-
it certainly wasn't because the first one was abysmal and the second one was making up for the first one. There were at least 2 or 3 laughs in the first one. Like
a lot of
worth
facts and information.
worth
but a bit
£3.
definitely worth free, and all the other episodes that are on there as well are definitely worth your £3.
There's a
Give it
couple
a go.
before that are actually
Don't.
worth the £3. I mean, I'm not going to say they all are, but
No, but some of them are. I think some of them are. I think it's fair to say that some of them are reasonably good.
I dare say that they're worth a coffee.
They are.
And down here, that's more than a coffee's more than that. So stop being little tight bastards.